Hey, what's going on, guys? So today we're talking about the Olight Warrior Mini. All right, if you saw my couple videos on this particular light getting extra hot, some people are having problems with it accidentally turning on. So Olight had a solution to this, and that was this silicone cap. All right, so I wanted to make this video as kind of an update to the whole thing. Basically, they were just saying, you know, we'll do a full refund, which was fantastic, by the way. It was a good response from the company. I don't really see what else they could have possibly done. But they're basically like, yeah, we'll give you a refund, or if you really do like the light, we'll send out this cap. All right, so it took a little while to make these, and it's literally just a silicone cap, all right, that fits the light. We zoom in here. All right, you can see it is branded, although hard to see, and I can't even, there it is. All right, I don't know if you can even see that, but it says Olight. Let's say zoom in even further. Maybe you can make that out. Yeah, right there. All right, so it is a branded Olight. All right, in case you forget what it is, it's floating around your house or something. And yeah, so the idea, all right, is these lights were accidentally turning on in a couple different fashions. Now, their initial response was there's a lockout mode. Okay, so if you wanted to make sure this was not going to accidentally turn on, use the lockout mode. However, in some rare instances, people had other things in their pocket that was metal. And even though it's in lockout mode, the metal contact touching the back here somehow turned it on. All right, so the first issue is obviously bumping it to turn it on. And the other issue was something metal just touching this, and that would actually activate it. All right, now this particular light happens to get pretty hot because it's pumping out a ton of energy. It has a pretty short reflector in there. The LED is pretty close to the front lens. And you can see, obviously, if you haven't seen the first videos, I actually burned the plastic lens that is in this particular model. But it's still very usable, even though that's all jacked up. I mean, it works fine. It's a flashlight. It emits a ton of light. So it's still very usable. So yeah, they sent out these caps. All right, so what you do is you pop the cap on the back of the flashlight. All right, and it creates a little bit more resistance, so it's a little less likely to get pushed. However, you don't have to take it off to use it. You can still actually push through the silicone cap. All right, so in some cases, it may still accidentally turn on. I would definitely recommend using lockout mode in this specific light. As I mentioned in the previous videos, I don't like doing that. If I want to use a flashlight, I want to take it out and just turn it on real quick. But this is a pretty decent solution. And again, I don't know what else they would have done to solve the problem other than just like a full recall on all of them and then just come out with a new model. But obviously being silicone, the other thing is that, you know, it doesn't matter what touches this, okay? It's not going to make a connection anymore, okay? So if you do use the lockout function, or even if you don't use the lockout function but you're careful, it's not going to accidentally turn on if you have other things in your pocket, like your keys, you know, the split ring, or whatever the case may be, a pocket clip on a knife, or who knows what. So that is their solution. Now, first of all, let's talk about the elephant in the room, the white elephant. This is white, you know, most of the flashlights are black. Now, this particular light comes in a ton of different colors, except I don't think they make a white one. So I don't know if it was just, you know, easier. Obviously, they were trying to resolve this as quick as possible. So I get that, but I would have liked to see this in black. Okay, no matter what the coloration is, even if you had a copper one, I just think the black cap would have just been a little more subtle. This is kind of like right in your face. Now here's something else that's really, really interesting. I specifically asked an Olight representative, and by the way, if you're not familiar, Olight has like a fan page on Facebook. You have to check it out. I had no idea how many Olight fans are out there. There's thousands and thousands, like don't quote me, but I want to say there's like 60 or 70,000 members. That's insane, all right? And when I went on the page, they have a ton of lights I've never even seen before. All right, so it's pretty cool. So if you're like really into the flashlight thing, you definitely have to follow them on Facebook to see all that and people's posts. And people have issues all the time, and they respond really well. You know, hey, I'll send you a PM, we'll work it out. You know, so I mean, as far as like, you know, customer service and stuff, I can't complain. You know what I mean? They're actually communicating with people and trying to resolve these problems and stuff. By the way, there was another page too. I don't remember exactly what it was, but it was people who mod these. Someone did, it wasn't on this light, but it was a different light where they kind of popped the lens out using some compressed air and then put in some like glow tape or something. It was really cool. So I got to check out that stuff. You know, I like modifying things just to make it special. But anyway, I'm getting off the topic here. So I contacted an Olight representative specifically because when I got this, I put it on the front on accident, and check this out. All right, you might have got a little glimpse of something before when I turned the light on in front of it. But this cap Make sure it's still tight. It fits on the front too, because obviously it's the same size. Now there is a little space for the pocket clip. All right, so you can kind of push that under the pocket clip a little bit. Now the first thing you could see, obviously, with this working on the front of the light is it works as a diffuser. All right, so if you wanted to have a diffuser and break up that light in all different directions, you could certainly do so. But as soon as I shut this off, you're going to see that it glows in the dark. They made these glow in the dark, which is fantastic. All right, so I don't know why. I mean, I don't know. Maybe someone mentioned this stuff. I didn't really, look into it at all. But yeah, this is a fantastic option. But the biggest thing is that silicone can actually take an immense amount of heat. And I'm going to do a retest with the silicone cap on here because I don't think that this flashlight is going to have any issue at all in your pocket if you had the silicone cap on it. All right, this is going to get a little bit warm after a while, but this is not going to burn through things. You know what I'm saying? So even if you accidentally hit the button on the back or something touches it and turns it on, that silicone cap is actually absorbing a ton of the heat on here. All right, so again, I'm going to do a test with the exact same piece of denim and see if I can get it to burn through with this silicone cap. But I have high hopes. I don't think it will. Now, this is not something the Olight representative told me. They did not recommend using this as a diffuser, but obviously you can. All right, so if that was like a concern, and by the way, this looks better to me than the cap on the bottom. When I carried this light, I never had it turn on. I never had that issue. I wanted to test it out because I heard other people had the problem, but I just personally didn't have that issue. But then obviously once I discovered that it does get hot enough to start smoldering material and burning through things, then it was a concern, right? So anyway, this is their solution, but I did want to mention that with the cap part because I think it's actually pretty cool. Yeah, and that's pretty much it. So I'm going to put it back on the bottom here for now. I'm also going to show that the company sent out these O-bulbs. Now this is not even a product that I knew about until they mentioned that they're going to send these out as, kind of like a, I don't know, consolation prize for your troubles. I don't really know what to call it. It's like, hey, sorry you're bummed out about your light. Here's a free gift. That's basically what it was. Here's the solution, a little silicone cap, and here's your free gift. Now this one has a green base. I'm assuming they come in different colors and stuff. They actually had a blowout sale of these, but I didn't focus on it too much. I just had a couple people tell me about it. Hey, those O-bulbs are blowing them out, a big good sale. I don't know what these actually cost offhand. But anyway, these just charge magnetically like a lot of the different Olights and stuff on the bottom. And this is just an area light, but this thing is pretty cool. I really like this. So the bottom you just push in, all right? There's a couple different modes. You push and hold to change the mode. So first we had the high, regular warm white light. Then we have this solid red light, all right? Then we have like a flashing red for a beacon, maybe for, just to get people's attention. I mean, these are magnetic, you know what I mean? So you could, I don't know, you can put this on top of your car if you're like a firefighter or something. I mean, I wouldn't recommend that because maybe the wind will take it. But I'm just, throwing out ideas. But anyway, so we have a low light and then the high light, which most people are going to use. And this is a very warm white, which is really, really nice. I love it. But it came with this coin. And at first I'm like, oh, that's cool. Maybe like a little, what's it called? Challenge coin. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. Then I noticed there's tape on the back. All right, so let's get a zoom in on this. So Olight says illuminate your world. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. I'll stick that in the gun safe. What I realized later after actually reading the instructions, which you should do all the time. I'm very guilty of not reading instructions. But this is actually the base plate to store your light. So if you wanted to put this in a closet, or I saw someone on the Facebook page, I think, put it in their Jeep. They said the interior light stunk in the Jeep, so they literally stuck it to the roof of the Jeep. You could put this thing anywhere. So you take this, backing off, obviously it's 3M tape. You stick it to something, and then it's magnetic, so your light will hold wherever you want to keep your light. All right, you can actually push on this to illuminate the light as well. I was a little concerned with that at first because it looked like because it's flat, it's not going to actually push that. Like on some surfaces, I tried pushing down, and sometimes it worked, sometimes it didn't. But on the coin, since it's totally flat, it does work. All right, so you can actually you don't have to literally remove it, even though it's not a big deal. If you want to change the modes, obviously you have to do that, but if you push and hold, you could do that as well. All right, cycle through those modes. So, I mean, that's just really, really cool. It's such a simple thing. Again, I don't know what these sell for. Apparently, they were super cheap when they had the blowout sale. But yeah, that's the O-bulb. Pretty interesting. I know my wife loves stuff like this. She loves little, area lights. So that will probably go right to her. But yeah, I'm going to continue to use the Warrior. I think it's a fantastic light. I'm not going to keep it on the butt end of the flashlight, though. I am going to carry it. When I do actually carry it, if I carry it, I'm going to put it on the front. Just like I said, I just like the idea of the diffuser. If I wanted to throw light, you know, for distance, get a little more throw out of there, I'll just pop it off, put it in my pocket. It's not a big deal. It's just a simple silicone cap. It's super durable. You don't have to worry about getting squished or anything. But I really do like the fact that it is glow in the dark. You know, if you put it on the butt end, you need a different flashlight to actually charge it. You know what I'm saying? So if nothing else, put it on the front, right? Turn on your flashlight. You could charge it for a second, turn it off, you know, and then, especially, you know, nighttime or something. If you know you're going to be using the light, and then just stick it in your pocket like that, and then it's going to be nice and glow in the dark here, if I can get all that light out of the way. So yeah, I mean, it works well. So there you go. That's their solution. I want to give you guys an update to it. The O-bulb is actually a pretty neat little, you know, surprise gift. But this is their solution. I just really wish they went with black. Obviously, you wouldn't get the glow in the dark, I don't think. At least it wouldn't be working very well if you had a colored cap. But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? This is something that they had to do after the fact as quickly as possible just to make all the customers happy. So can't complain. Honestly, they have a solution there. And if you didn't like any of this, you don't want the cap, you could have got a refund. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long they're doing that for. You'd have to contact them directly. You know, it's been a little while since this issue started. But I'm assuming that they'll take care of their customers. So anyway, just want to give you guys an update. So thanks for watching. Let me know down in the comment section if you have these O-bulbs. What are you using for? You know, I'd love to hear some ideas. But like I said, any dark space that doesn't have light, closets, maybe if you have large dresser drawers or something, you know, you can put them in there. Maybe in bathrooms in different sections. You know, people have bathroom lighting, but sometimes it's not super adequate, or you want extra lighting for maybe a woman's little mirror where they do the makeup or something. Who knows? You could put this in the shower. I happen to be lucky enough that I have two bathrooms. They're very small bathrooms. So that's not like, you know, a flex or anything that I have two bathrooms. They're teeny tiny. But both showers happen to have lights in the shower, but a lot of bathrooms don't. You know what I mean? So maybe you want to put a little extra light in there or something. You know, if it's high up, obviously I wouldn't go testing the waterproofness of this or water resistance, because I don't know what it is offhand. But who knows? Maybe it can get wet. But yeah, throw your ideas down in the comment section. I'd love to hear it. But that's all. Just want to give you the update on that. And in the future, like I said, I'm going to do a separate video testing the heat with the same denim to see if it's going to even burn through it or get hot enough to smoke or anything like that. So we'll try that out, see if it works. But that's all. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.